You know, Bonfire Legends and Daily Wire Studios are really kind of surprising me with each movie that they release. Terror on the Prairie. Now, this one is bringing back, the Mandalorian star Gina Carano in her own feature film that she directed. So, this is a good way to see how Gina is progressing ever since her split with Disney. And to be fair, I think she has a solid first movie under her hand. So I've seen a couple of the Daily Wire Bonfire Legend movie studio productions, and I've done a lot of those reviews on this channel. But I'm starting to feel like they're starting to get into a little bit of a rut. And it started a little bit with Shut-In, and now with Terror on the Prairie. They're still good films. Don't get me wrong, overall, I mean Run, Hide, Fight being the best of the films that they've released. These films are still good enough to stand on their own. They're pretty solid. Obviously, they're behind the Daily Wire paywall, which is less than ideal. They wish it could be in more platforms so more people could see the movies, but I digress. That's fine for now. If they want to make more profits from it so they can make more stuff in the future, that's okay. However, I do feel like this film I'm not sure if it's able to stand on its own two legs. The plot overall is pretty simple. There's these people that are terrorizing this woman and her family while her husband's away. That's it. That's basically the movie, and it kind of gets thrown into there. And I don't mind that they kind of throw into there a little bit, but it kind of just feels like there really isn't building on too much. You're kind of just building on this minor plot that is like not executed tremendously, and that is saying something considering the actors that were hired performed very well. Gina Carano, very well. It's very hard to make a female character that is powerful that also feels vulnerable at the same time. It feels like the true powerful women, where she's still a woman, but she still kicks your ass. And she does it perfectly. Obviously, I think there's some parts maybe she mumbles through it where I feel like, I don't know why the Daily Wire let those takes go through. I feel like they could have pumped up the audio a little bit so there's more technical errors, but it's minor details, nitpicking things where it's like, do people really oh my gosh, I couldn't hear what she said for like one sentence. Let me just rewind, or -3 points. No, people don't. They'll just increase the volume, honestly, but it's one of those production things, which I never thought I had to say. I never thought I had to tell a movie studio from a movie that wasn't bad, because this isn't a bad movie, that the production quality could have been improved in some ways. Besides how the plot holds together, which it's hard to say because they have so many good qualities in this movie that it might be forgiving for have this type of plot. Because honestly, the Western aspect that is, they filmed it in Montana, I believe, it is captured perfectly, and it's like, it feels like you're actually there. It really feels like it, and they are actually there, don't get me wrong. But like, usually in movies like this, it's not really conveyed as well. Let's give a comparison to Power of a Dog. Power of a Dog was supposed to take place in Montana. It kind of felt like a foreigner film that was trying to imitate Montana. This one actually feels like it was taking place in Western America, which is a step up from a lot of the Western films now, because Western films have kind of gone in the downhill recently, so I'm glad that they were able to solidify that. Now, one other thing I really want to talk about is the villain, which I think was also done beautifully. The villain is... I'm surprised I haven't seen more of this guy in acting, because he's just done in a way that is like so expertly crafted. Like, you feel the treachery, but you also feel his pain. And sure, yeah, they always try to make villains relatable in movies, but this one's a little bit different because it doesn't feel like it's forced, like they're trying to make it happen. It genuinely just feels like a very well-developed character, and I have to give them props for that, because that is probably one of the best developed characters in all of their movies that I've seen. Now, I'm not gonna lie, rating this is very difficult, and I'm wondering if I should even give a rating, because they have a little bit of like spurts. They have like really good characters, not so great plot, really good cinematography, really good atmospheric feel, but it just feels like in different categories they're like really lacking, and in some categories they're really high and up. So, and this kind of goes into a little bit of a hard range, because if I say it's like a 6.5, then I feel like that dissuades people from watching it. If I say it's like a light 7, I feel like that kind of pushes people towards saying that they want to watch it, because usually 7 plus, good movie, less than 7, not great, probably skip. So I'm going to cheat. I'm going to do exactly in the middle of 6.5 and a light 7, so a light 7 and a 6.5 right in the middle. 6.9, yes, no, but like, kind of, light 7, honestly, 6.5, it's very hard. I think I'd have to watch it again to narrow it down, but in reality, this will be the first time I'm going to give 2 ratings, just because I just feel like there's a lot to take from this movie, and I don't want a number to dissuade you from watching it. I think it's still worth the watch. So, if you want more movie reviews and TV show analysis and stuff like that, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.